And now we are on the last variant, the HBK-IIC-C. It's probably the worst variant. It's got 2 ballistics, 1 on each side torso, and then 2 energy in the CT and 1 energy in each arm. So it's 2 ballistic, 4 energy. It doesn't really do any of the super niche builds that the 2C, the basic 2C, the prime, doesn't do any of those special builds like triple Ultra AC5s or 4 Ultra AC2s, but it can do everything else that that variant can do pretty much. And that everything else includes stuff like 2 Ultra AC10s and 2 Gauss and stuff like that. So really, this build you see right now with 1 Ultra AC20 and 3 ER Meads is probably not the best build for the variant. You're still better off running stuff that you can run on the 2C, but it is probably the best of the builds unique to the 2CC. This build is a skirmish brawl type kind of thing. Really not the right map for it. Tourmaline's usually oriented more towards range, but we're going to try to make it work anyways. The team is really outpacing our assault mechs really hard, so I'm trying to encourage them to not go so fast. I usually don't use chat. I'm honestly too lazy for it. It's just a lot of effort to actually type stuff, you know, but sometimes it's worth doing. So we don't really know where the enemy is. There's a few mechs that we've gotten targeting data on, and then there's that super annoying blackjack way out in right field. But yeah, we don't really have that much information on them. From what it seems, the enemy team is just as spread out as ours is, so I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Assaults are finally getting here. There's still a few that are straggling, and there's some that are not even bothering to move, which it's kind of annoying. But I feel like we can finally start moving away. We're still really spread out. That's kind of the theme of this game. Like the first 3/4 of it, our entire team is just all over the place. But yeah, that doesn't really work for this build. This build it's kind of pokey, but you can't go off and just be a lone wolf with it. It doesn't have the range to do really nice pokes, and it doesn't have the speed to jump enemy mechs. It needs a team at its back, or preferably it needs to be at the team's back. Ultra AC20 is a weapon that I've liked a lot recently, though. The double tap means that every time it doesn't jam, you're going to be doing 40 damage with that one weapon. And then you add on 21 damage from those ER Meads. It's 61 damage alpha if you don't jam, which is incredible. It's going to kill some mediums just in one shot if you get it right. And even assaults, 2 shots will strip every single assault's armor. So now we're moving up. Finally, the team is something resembling togetherness. I kind of expected to see something around this corner, but I guess not. Just gonna keep moving up. Now, there's a few good places around here that we could use. Generally, you want the side torso with the Ultra AC20 to be you kind of want to do a mix between hill humping and corner peeking with it, but it's not the end of the world if you can't get that done, because it can still kind of brawl. But right now, I have no idea where the enemy team is, so I'm just trying to be really cautious and feel things out. I figure they probably have a couple mechs up by the Zeus, so I'm going to come over here. And there's a Hellbringer! And this, I think, really shows off how much damage the Ultra AC20 can do. If it doesn't jam. It did jam, so we didn't get that crazy damage, but now we finally can. So those 2 alphas we've already corded out. It's already wrecked in 2 places. And now we just need to finish it off, which is pretty easy. But now we've got other mechs to contend with. The one thing I really don't like about the Ultra AC20, something that we'll see soon, is how slow those projectiles are. They take forever. Like, look at this. We don't lead them enough, then we lead them too much, and one of the pellets hits, the others don't. It's just not reliable, even under its optimal range. You almost need to do it at SRM ranges unless you're shooting at a really slow target. If you are shooting at a really slow target, then friggin' go for it. But you've got to really take care to lead your enemy appropriately with the stream of bullets. So now it's turned into a full-on rotation, kind of. Not a huge fan of this, just because we've got dudes that are still back in Delta 6, Echo 6, and leaving them behind isn't good. And then I find out what they're running from, and I start to run away too. You know, alright, so I've complained about the HBK-IIC-C's torso pitch before. Not in a, oh my god, they need to fix it way, but just in a, it's kind of annoying. And so then this happens. HBK-IIC-C, it has bad torso pitch. It's 20 degrees, I think. The Atlas is 16 degrees. So I just hang out up here for a little while until I'm sure he's turned away because he doesn't want to waste his time. And now I can blast him in the butt. Just maneuvers like those that actually make sense situationally. They don't happen that much. So it's pretty good. I kind of like that a lot. But yeah, Alice is dead. 2 mechs left. Meh. It was actually a surprisingly fun game. I really expected to do more damage than I did, but c'est la vie.